did, because if you cut it right away when it comes off the grill, those juices are going to want to rush out right away. So you want to let it rest for a little bit. And so we're just going to give that a little bit of time to rest. And then meanwhile, I'm going to grab the bok choy here. I'm going to bring that over here and show my staff what size to cut it.
I mean, think about eating it on the more rare side. The first time I had it, when I was first out at the ranch, got there kind of late in the evening, and it's Dano and Jill O'Brien are kind of the founders of the company. He's the rancher, and she's kind of the chef, and it was kind of late. She had gone to bed, and we were up having kind of a late night cocktail, he and I, and he's like, I've got some buffalo tartare, you gotta try it, and it's out on the counter, and it didn't look like tartare to me. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, oh yeah, I eat this all the time. Puts it on the cutting board, and we're cutting it, eating it, and it was fantastic. It was delicious stuff. Didn't say anything to me that day. Was back out at the ranch a couple weeks later, and I found out that it was actually something they were marinating for dinner the next night, and we'd eaten raw meat. But I was no worse for the wear. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that at home, but it is pretty good rare. So, but that's a little more rare than you probably want to go.
With this recipe too, if these are a little too rare for most people, the sauce again is going to cook it. So, and I did something similar to this the other night, and I had some steak left over, and I left it in the sauce. The next morning it was fabulous because it was cooked, but it was marinating in the sauce overnight, and it kind of softened up the meat, so it was really, really tender. And so it's great the next day. If you cook too much, you can put it in a tortilla and bring it to work the next day for lunch. So I'm going to check one of these and just see. And you can see it is fairly rare, but it is going to continue to cook in the sauce.